So I've just been thinking about classic Sonic stuff recently. Mainly Sonic Superstars, because a big criticism that some people have with Sonic Superstars is that the game has got no elemental shields. I know having something removed would initially seem as a bad thing, but here's why I think it's better, and here's what I think, and also what I think we could do to improve just like the idea of elemental shields. When I started playing the classics, it was with a mini Mega Drive, which didn't have Sonic 3 on it, so I never knew the elemental shields existed. And I would only ever manage to get to Green Hill Zone, and then after that I wouldn't be able to get any further than that because I was actually really bad. So and along with that, I would be like, once I became like a proper like Sonic fan, I discovered I discovered Sonic 3 Air, Sonic 1 Forever, and Sonic 2 Absolute. And I was like, wow, these are really cool. Only problem is that I don't like the elemental shields. Thankfully, there was an option to turn them off. I was like, because I started off with having the drop dash available. Also, it'll come apparent why I'm playing Sonic Mania in a second. Because I always had the drop dash available to me, I was like, why would I take away the best move in the game for like some lame air dash slash bounce slash double jump? I was like, bro, that's stupid. But the only problem with that was that I wouldn't get the benefits of having see here's what I'm talking about. The benefits of having elemental shields, stuff like this, where it's just where you can do stuff like that, which you wouldn't be able to do without the elemental shields, except you would. Because you would just be able to what the hell? You would just be able to give the elemental shield abilities to just other characters. And in Sonic Superstars, they've started to do this with Amy. Amy has a double jump, which removes the need for a lightning shield anymore, as well as the magnet ability, which completely, like, what's the word? I can't think of the word. Completely makes the lightning shield obsolete, other than, well, lightning invincibility from lightning attacks. So I say, bring back the elemental shields, but as just the environmental thing. So it's just a thing that when you get it, it's an upgrade to your shield. So you have to find the normal shield first, and then after that, there's an upgrade to the shield, which is the ability to be invincible to lightning, give you a ring magnet, but it doesn't give you a double jump because the double jump is Amy's ability. And then another thing with that, the fire shield, give the air dash to someone else, and then a bounce to another character. And then what you've got is a really great kind of alternative to the elemental shields, where you've still got the elemental abilities, but as well as that you've got the actual abilities, but for other characters, and that way it doesn't take away from Sonic's abilities. Because when I was playing as Tails and Knuckles, I never had that problem because it didn't take away from their ability. And so I wish you could just turn off the abilities for the elemental shields. So it was literally just elemental shield gives you the invincibility to these elemental things. Like idea time. It's always scary when I get an idea, but I've got an idea. Give the air dash to Fang. What it could be is that you press the button mid-air and then he uses his gun to shoot him forward. His pop gun. And that would be really cool ability for Fang to have, because it uses his gun. And then as well as that, we can have his white emerald ability, the extra, to be him using his pop gun. I think that's like reasonable. Yeah, so I think that would be a really good like way of doing things, because otherwise it would just be a bit, well, you know, boring really, because I don't want to take away. So the new elemental shield system, let's recap what I've said. You first have to find a normal blue shield in the level, and then after you've found one of those, every shield turns into a strategically placed elemental shield to do with the current environment. So if you're in a water level, once you have a blue shield, every shield, well not every shield, because there might be moments where you might want to light a shield or a fire shield, but most shields will turn into bubble shields in a water level. I think that's a relatively good way of doing things, I think. I could be completely wrong. You might not know. No one might like this idea, but it's worth giving it a go. For putting the idea out here, seeing if people like it. I think it's a good idea myself. Because that way you get the best of both worlds. Everyone gets their character specific shortcuts, because they can, like, Amy can use her double jump to get across gaps that Sonic wouldn't be able to get across normally. And that way every character playthrough still feels different. Tails will be able to get to higher places than everyone else. Knuckles will also be able to get to higher places than everyone else. But you get the idea. Because the character abilities are nothing new. But having Sonic have 3, and it was 4 actually, and have the 3 that take away from his best ability be worse, I really don't like that. But at the same time, I think the elemental shields are a very cool idea. So that's just my take on what they should do. I'm trying to think what else to talk about, because I want to keep playing Sonic Mania. I'm just trying to think, what character could have a bounce ability? Let's think. I mean, oh yeah, you know in Sonic Heroes how a lot of the power characters have, like, 2 of the power characters have a bouncing ability? Like, Vector and Big, they can bounce. How about we give that to Bark the Polar Bear? Bark the Polar Bear, playable in a classic game. Give him the bounce as a reference to Sonic Heroes of all games. That would be pretty cool, I think. I'm really bad at Puyo Puyo, by the way. I don't know how to get combos at all. this is. I'm. Oh, because if those two things hadn't been there above the greens, then I would have got a combo. I'm not gonna bother with combos. I win anyway. Also, this theme is really cool. Sonic Mania's music still hasn't been topped classic-wise. Sonic Mania still has the best classic soundtrack. Like, to be honest, Team Sonic Racing is the perfect blend of Mania and rock. Sonic Superstars soundtrack should have sounded like Team Sonic Racing. While everyone else was going, oh no, Jun Sonoy is on the soundtrack, it's going to be terrible. I was thinking, Jun Sonoy and T-Lopes, look what they did on Team Sonic Racing. This is going to be a fire soundtrack. Obviously I was wrong, but still, I had hopes, but that might just be because I'm like a new, relatively-ish Sonic fan. So I've not really been majorly disappointed. I got my first combo! Yeah, Eggman's dead. I don't even have to worry about where mine are going. He's lost. So yeah, that's my take on the elemental shields. I hope you like the idea. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep playing because with the decomp, if I tab out of the decomp, like the screen goes black and the game stops working without having to restart it. So I'm just gonna carry on playing, and then I'm gonna probably cut Studiopolis out of the video. Unless I think of anything else to talk about, like I definitely think I had a lot of recency bias with Sonic Superstars. Like when I first came out, I saw everyone hating on Sonic Superstars. I was like, no, can't hate on the new Sonic game. It's the new Sonic game. Tails, you killed a sad Eggman robot. Yeah, because of Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, we now know all Eggman robots are sentient and have their own personality, which is pretty funny. Oh, and also, if you're wondering about this Sonic mod that I've got that makes him dark blue, I made that myself. But because I couldn't get it to work normally. I couldn't get the when I made the mod, I couldn't get it to work. I then put all the files into another skin mod and replaced everything, and then it worked perfectly. I really don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing wrong, because all I changed was the palette, and the only thing that changed by putting it into the folders of another mod is that the mod ini was different, but the mod ini was auto-generated by the mod manager. So yeah, I really don't know what I was doing wrong, but I got it to work now. I've also got it for Knuckles. I might use debug mode to switch to Knuckles for Act 2. Yeah. If I manage to make it that far, whilst keeping on talking. Like, to be honest, I wish they just made a Sonic Superstars 2. Like, they could have just paid Evening Star more. Like, I know Penny's Big Breakaway wouldn't have happened without Sonic Mania 2 probably, if Sonic Mania 2 happened. But honestly, even though I've not played the game, it doesn't look like the best thing since sliced bread, which Sonic Mania is. Well, not it. Mania would have been the best thing since sliced bread if they had like made. So yeah, Sonic Mania would have been the best thing since sliced bread if everything was like Studiopolis and all the original zones of this game, because they are amazing. It's just the it's just the fact that it has so much reused content that it just makes the experience worse, in my opinion. Like Sonic Superstars, while it has like it's mainly reused content, at least it hides it by having original level scenes. Like one thing I thought was extremely lazy of them was that they just completely just took the gimmick from this boss fight, the short and wide blue ones and the long and thin red ones, just the blue ones you have to hit back and the red ones you have to avoid. They took that and just used it like 3 times. I think that was extremely lazy of them. They could have made a better gimmick, because like that's extremely lazy of them, in my opinion. Wait, did I just use the insta shield to? Oh my god, I'm actually so good. I just used the insta shield to avoid getting hit by that red missile. Oh my god, I didn't mean to do that, but I'm glad I did. And then what we do, we just exit. We get a no save as Knuckles open. Because I've only just got I've only just got this decomp set up properly, so that's why that's why I've got no save data. But yeah, here's Knuckles. I love the music from this game. Oh yeah, and by the way, for people that don't know, I'm currently making a mod for Sonic Superstars which replaces all the June Tsunoi music with remixes of those songs, and I think it sounds a lot better for it. The mod is mostly done. All I have to do is get permission from the people who actually made the remixes, and also there's some people have requested other versions, and I'm gonna implement those into the mod eventually. I will probably make a little announce thing for that mod if I feel like it. Like I can see it in my head, but I won't be able to make it look anywhere good as what it looks like in my head. So yeah, I'm surprised I've managed to keep talking though. I would have thought I would have ended off by now, but no, I'm still going. I mean, Sonic Mania is just so fun that I just invent something to talk about. If the video is too long though, I might I might have to cut it down a little bit. Oh, I would probably just call it chatting about the classic Sonic games. What the hell? Whoa! That yellow spring just sent me a bit faster than a yellow spring normally does. Ah! Ooh. Whoa. Also, yeah, let's just get my order of what my favourite Disney Sonic games are, since we've gone extremely off topic of what I was originally going to talk about with Metal Shields. I'd say my favourite classic Sonic game is either Sonic 2 or Sonic Mania. I think probably Sonic 2. Sonic 2 is my favourite, then Mania, then 3, then Superstars, then 1, then CD. Not to say that CD is a bad game, I actually quite enjoy CD, I just think Sonic 1's better. I like Sonic 1 is actually really good, to be honest. Like, I used to think Sonic 1 was terrible. And I thought that for a long time. Also, Knuckles' glide turning is incredibly, like, delayed in this game for some reason. Ah! What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Like Sonic 1, I enjoy it as a normal platformer, less of a Sonic game. And then when I get to Green Hill Zone and Labyrinth and stuff, I'm like, yo, I get to play a Sonic game in this normal platformer. Because like, that's what Sonic 1 was. Like, it was just a regular old Mario clone. That was just more fast. And they decided to actually like do something really cool with that. In Sonic 2 they evolved it and just turned it into its own thing. So yeah, I think now that will actually end off the video, because I think I've probably said enough.